Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Airul Imran bin Wan Azaruddin from UiTM Rembau. My class is BA1114A, and this video I'll be talking about the pipelines in Malaysia's energy sector. I will explain why pipelines are important, how they transport oil and gas efficiently, and the role of Petronas in managing in the system. So let's get started. Pipelines are very important because they transport oil and gas from offshore fields to areas with high demands. Compared to transport ships, pipelines are safer, more reliable, and also more cost effective for transporting large amount of fuel. In Malaysia, this pipeline system is mainly managed by Petronas and Petronas Gas Berhad. They operate major networks such as the Peninsula Gas Utilization Pipeline and the Sabah Sarawak Gas Pipeline, which helps supply energy to homes and industry across the country. Malaysia also works with neighboring countries through the Trans-Thailand Malaysia pipelines. This cooperation strengthens the gas distribution network and contributes to regional economic growth. Overall, pipelines play a key role in ensuring a stable and secure energy supplies from Malaysia. Next, I will explain the characteristic of pipeline transportation. Pipelines are the main backbone of Malaysian energy system because they operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Unlike trucks that face traffic or ships that are affected by monsoon season, pipelines provide a continuous and uninterrupted flow of energy. This constant supply is very important to ensure that power plants and factories can operate smoothly without disruption. Pipelines are also equipped with advanced monitoring systems that can detect leaks or pressure change immediately, making them much safer compared to road transportation. Although pipelines are expensive to build due to high material land costs, their daily operating cost is very low. In the long term, this makes pipelines a cost effective and reliable solution for transporting energy and supporting Malaysia's economy. Now, let's look at the advantage and disadvantage of pipelines. The biggest advantage is that pipelines operate continuously 24/7, unlike trucks that can get stuck in traffic or ships that are affected by the weather. This ensures that our plants, power plants, and factories always have stable supplies of energy. Pipelines are also very cost effective in the long run, although building them is expensive due to steels, land right, and legal process. Operating costs are much lower than hiring thousands of fuel trucks. However, pipelines also have some disadvantage. Once a route is built, it is very rigid. You can't easily redirect it to a new factory or locations. This inflexibility means careful planning is required before constructions, or else huge amounts of money can be locked into a road that may not suit future needs. Next, I will talk about the infrastructure and network of pipeline in Malaysia. Pipelines are like the hidden veins of our energy systems. They carry gas and oil from deep sea platforms directly to power plants and factories, ensuring that our lights stay on and the industry keeps running. It's not just metal tubes. There's a high-tech network of monitoring stations and control rooms where operators watch pipelines pressure 24 per hour and 7 days a week. Even tiny leaks can be detected immediately, keeping the flow safe and smooth. The main pipelines include the Peninsula Gas Utilization (PGU) in Peninsula Malaysia, the Sabah Sarawak Gas Pipeline (SSGP) in East Malaysia, and the Trans-Thailand Malaysia (TTM) pipeline for energy sharing with Thailand. This invisible works behind the scenes is what really keeps the country energy system reliable. Next, let's talk about policy and regulations. Even though red tape is usually unpopular, strict rules are necessary when dealing with oil and gas pipelines buried near people's homes. The Energy Commission of Malaysia supervises pipelines throughout their entire life cycle to make sure they are safe and secure. Companies like Petronas must report any problems immediately, whether it's a leak or corrosion. Environmental impact is also taken seriously, with the Department of Environment and local councils checking potential risks before construction begins. On top of that, Malaysia follows international standards like ISO and API, so our pipelines meet the same safety level as those in Europe and the US. All this ensures that our pipelines are not just functional, but safe, reliable, and environmentally responsible. So now let's look at the issues and challenges Malaysia face with its pipelines. Many of our pipelines are aging and keeping them safe is expensive and time consuming. That's why advanced sensors are used to detect weaknesses before leaks or accidents occur. The harsh weather in regions like Sabah and Sarawak, including landslide and floods, puts additional stress on pipelines. Building pipelines through dense jungles and near rivers also creates environmental challenge and complicates land acquisition. For cross-border pipelines, such as the ones linking Thailand, difference in policies and safety protocols add extra complexity. Finally, with growing cities and higher energy demand, there's constant pressure to maintain adaptability at scales while preventing disaster. All these challenges make pipeline manager in Malaysia a highly technical and careful operation. Finally, let's talk about the stakeholders involved in Malaysia pipeline system. Running pipeline is safety is a team effort. At the center is Petronas Gas Berhad (PGB), the mechanism of the system checking for leaks and making sure gas flows safely every day. But they don't work alone. The Energy Commission (ST) acts as a referee, making sure all safety laws are followed. The Department of Environment (DOE) and local city council ensure that laying pipeline doesn't harm forests or land. Then, then there are the customers like power plants or and factories which rely on the gas to function. Local communities and environmental groups also play a role in monitoring and accountability. Even cross-border partners, like those in Thailand, are part of the system, whether you're a technician in Kerteh or a government partner abroad. Everyone's work together to make sure our stoves stay hot and our light stays on. Now, let's look at case study pipelines in Malaysia. Pipelines are like a country hidden veins carrying gas and oil from offshore platform directly to power plants and factories 24 per 7. Unlike trucks stuck in Klang Valley traffic or ships delayed by the monsoons, pipelines are always on, which is why our lights don't flicker and factory keeps running smoothly. Major systems such as the PGU in Peninsula Malaysia and the SSGP in Sabah and Sarawak are operated by Petronas Gas Berhad (PGB). They use high-tech monitoring centers to detect leaks in real time. Although the upfront cost for steel, land, and construction is very high, pipelines are much safer and cheaper over time compared to transporting energy by road. One key challenge is that pipelines are rigid. You cannot just build a new pipe to replace a buried one if a new factory pops out somewhere else. That's why the Energy Commission and DOE enforce very strict safety rules. To conclude, pipelines are truly the backbones of Malaysia's energy system. They provide a reliable, safe, and cost-effective way to transport gas and oil nationwide. Keeping the RAM running requires teamwork involving Petronas, regulators like the Energy Commission, and DOE, local communities, and even cross-border partners. Despite challenges such as aging infrastructure, harsh weather, and rigid roads, the system continues to deliver energy that powers our homes, factories, and cities. The case study we discussed shows how careful planning, technology, and strict regulation comes together to make sure our light stays on and our industry keep running smoothly. Thank you.